Welcome to Cage Minds. I'm Micah Frankel. Interviews are energized by our friends at Dubby. 10% off with the checkout code Cage Minds. And for the holiday season, the haunting season coming up, you want to look your best. So get on over to Barber Gabe's Fades, Lobo Plaza right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Coors and Central. They'll keep you looking your best. I think I need some gel right now to look a little bit better, but believe me, that's not their fault. Today, we got a great interview coming at you. It's a huge weekend in El Paso for MMA. It's CFC 5 and jumping in on short notice, like almost the last minute. Angel Gallegos is our guest. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Here to hear a wild story. So 2-0 as an amateur. That's where we're at right now.
Yep.
Where did this combat sports journey begin?
So I've wrestled since I was a kid, boxed since I was a kid too. My dad was an MMA fighter. My mom was also an MMA fighter. So I've been around it. It's been in my blood since I was born, I've been around the sport since I could remember.
How many fights did your dad have?
My dad was 11-0 amateur. My mom was 2-1.
Where did they fight out of?
They both fought out of a fit and HB.
Oh, okay. So there's real fighting lineage coming out of your family. So this was almost like preordained that you were gonna go down this path.
100%. Yeah. My dad's older brother was a fighter as well. Yeah. So it's just in the blood, man.
So when did you start training? When was that introduction? It's been in the blood, but when did you actually go to the gym and start mixing it up?
So when, let's see. So I started grappling when I was around 6, started wrestling when I was around 8, boxing when I was around 10, and then putting it all together, I think it was 2019, 2020 is when I really put it all out there to do MMA.
Was this always kind of the intention to follow in the family footsteps, or was this something that also was your passion?
It was my passion, man. It was they really never my dad was tough on me with the wrestling and stuff, but they never really mentioned anything about fighting. I think just being around it, um I was always motivated to fight. That was always my dream. Since I could remember, I've always talked about just being a fighter.
You've been around the gym forever. You're wrestling, you're boxing. At what point is it, hey, I want to take an amateur MMA fight? I feel like I really want to do this.
Yeah, so high school didn't go the greatest with wrestling. I ended up dropping out my sophomore year, so wrestling career didn't go too good. So once I got my GED and I think I got my head back on my shoulders, I signed up, went back to the gym, and I was just training. But anything I do, I want to be the best at. So once I started training, I went to the deep end, and I knew the guys who I was competing with. I knew how good they were, and yeah, they asked me for a fight. I took the fight, and both my amateur fights, I don't think have lasted 1 minute.
What has that experience been like? Bright lights, cage door closing. What has it been like, and how have you felt getting in there and actually getting to put all your skills on display?
Man, I love that stuff. It's better than any drug on the world. I think I do best when the bright lights are on. That's when nothing else in the world matters but that fight. It's just an animalistic instinct that I have. Once that cage door closes, it's just me and the other guy, and I trust myself that whether it's 15 minutes or a 3 round 9 minute fight, that um no one could break me. This is going to be the toughest 15 minutes of my life, but all it is 15 minutes. And I'm going to put it all out there. I've been through harder things in life. And for me, this is fun. I've made friends with pain.
That's quite the quote right there. I've made friends with pain. Like, where does that come from? How does that happen?
Um, yeah, I mean, I really don't know. My dad is a pretty mentally strong person. Um, and I think just going through things in life, growing up, seeing the things that he's went through as well. Um, you can't make excuses. We're the ones who could make the change in our life. When I dropped out of high school, I wasn't doing the best in life. I was just messing up, being a clown. But once I started doing good again, stop making excuses and handle business. Um, I mean, the sky was the limit. I just anything I do, like I said, I want to be the best at. So when people were doubting me, thinking that I wasn't gonna do anything, I wasn't gonna amount to anything, hearing things like that, it really lit a fire underneath me. And a couple deaths in the family as well, changed my mindset. And yeah, I mean, I think I know that I am built for this sport.
And what kind of accomplishment do you consider it with? You were telling me before we started recording, you just got off of work. You're a firefighter.
Yep.
That's a pretty big accomplishment, a lot of training, a lot of schooling. There's a lot of effort that just goes into that lifestyle. What kind of accomplishment is that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a big accomplishment for me, but I always want more. I always want more. So that's just step one. I mean, I had a talk with one of my buddies, and anytime I accomplish anything, it's like, what's next? Um, I'm grateful, but I'm never satisfied.
Grateful but never satisfied. So you're a real goals oriented person and just keep scratching them off and creating new ones.
100%. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what puts life into us is goals. If you're just sitting on the couch, not doing anything, and I mean, you're just living just to live. I don't think that's a good life to live. I think if you continue making goals, you're gonna have a really good life.
Successful so far, 2-0 as an amateur fighter, two quick finishes, as you said. What does that tell you?
Um, I mean, that tells me that hmm, I don't really know. It tells me that I mean, that's what I expected. Um, but what it does tell me is that there's more out there, and I want competition. I've had two first round finishes, but I want the dudes who are scary to undefeated record as well. And I mean, I want to chase these amateur belts, and I want to know what I could get better at as well. It's fun to finish these dudes, but I think it's better to. I think it's more fun to go into a fight, face a little adversity, and come out on top.
Is that something you almost feel like you need to experience because these first two have went your way?
I think so. I think so. I mean, it's good to get these finishes. That's what the fans want. But I think the best of the any fighter has faced adversity. John Jones with Gustafson. Even Tapuria faced a little adversity with Max. All these guys have faced adversity, and I think that really shows you what you're made of in the cage.
What does showing what you're made of? What does this opportunity look like? Because CFC 5, here we go. We'll talk about the fight now. It's
Yeah.
just a couple days away. And you just got the call. Were you in camp? Were you preparing? You're fighting on Saturday, and this is like a 72-hour notice. I'm guessing you got the fight yesterday.
So what had happened was I actually got the call to fight for the 155 pound amateur title. I got that call. I guess the other dude's opponent fell out. I accepted the fight. I don't know what happened on the other guy's end or whatever, but they said, well, we have this other dude, Isaiah Solaita, and he's willing to take a fight. And I already kind of got into the mode like, all right, we're gonna have a fight this week. My plan was to go win that bout, but I mean, it is what it is. Now it's just time to go out there and make a statement, become 3-0, and I don't know how they could deny me an amateur title with the record of 3-0, and for sure if I get a finish.
How much time is there for an adjustment period? How much do you feel you need to adjust between opponents?
Um, I think both the guys were similar styles, so it really wasn't no adjustment. And I mean, if I think I'm as good, if I'm as good as I think I am, it shouldn't matter if it's a 3 month training camp, 2 weeks, or if they put a cage in front of me in 2 hours. I should be able to beat these dudes on 30 minutes notice.
So I guess that goes without saying that's how good you think you are.
Yeah, I think so. I think that I am pretty good.
Where has that confidence come from?
It's come from training with really tough dudes in the gym and knowing how good I do with them, knowing who I compete with, and and the mindset that I have. I think a lot of dudes are real flashy and they like to talk a lot of smack. Um, but I like to go out there and handle business. I like to keep my mouth shut and yeah, I just the mindset is totally different from these other dudes.
What are the goals looking like, and how have they been reassessed following the success that you've had in these first two amateur fights?
Yeah, the goals are for sure. I mean, I went through the academy, so I had like a year of no fights. So now it's just time to rank up these amateur wins, maybe get a couple amateur bouts, and talk to the team about going pro maybe in a year or two.
Does it feel like then not really making up for lost time because you were doing something so incredibly productive, but is there almost that itch to fight?
Yeah, for sure. I think this isn't a sport where it's like football. You get to play every weekend. Um, so if you don't fight in a year, a lot of people forget about you, and your name doesn't get brought up in those opportunities anymore. So I think the 3 days notice was an opportunity to put my name back out there. Make a statement, and then when these guys have another show, they'll come looking for me again.
So what's the expectation? What are you expecting out of this fight, out of this performance?
I'm prepared to go 3 rounds. I'm prepared to go 3 rounds and have a 3 round war. But my expectation is to finish this guy in the first round.
Interviews are energized by Dubby. Again, get on over to Barber Gabe's Fades to look your best this Halloween season coming up. After a 48-hour long shift and then jumping on a Zoom with me, we're going to let Angel Gallegos go and get some rest. And then quickly, I guess, get to training as he has a fight in a
Uh,
couple hours.
yes, sir. Heck yeah.
It was great getting to talk to you, sir.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you.